Mike, how you doing? Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back, everybody. Desiree, Eric, Anna, Jeffrey, Gary, Lone Cowboy, how y'all doing? Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Alright. I think I fixed the title right. We are loaded. I'm grabbing me some the chicken pot pie plate bowl that I got from Lowe's before the last time. Chowing down on one of them. I'm a little bit hungry on the chicken side. So we already weighed. I actually had to weigh twice. I got my ticket. I lost my ticket. They pulled a ticket out of the printer and they're like, "Does this look right? Does this look right?" And I'm like, no, it sure don't. If I knew what it was supposed to look like, I wouldn't have to get on the scale if I knew what they was. I said, y'all don't have it correctly marked, then we'll just redo it. That way I'm getting the correct scale ticket and not somebody else's. Because I can say it looks right all day long, but that don't make it right. Samantha, Lori, how y'all doing? I don't have the microphones in just yet, so give me just a minute. But what we got here is 12,640 on the steers, 32,100 on the drives, 27,720 on the trailer, for a grand total of 72,460 pounds. How sheesh and cool is that? Sheester. What's up, Sheester? Oh, sorry about that. I forgot to tell y'all to guess the weights. My bad. Sorry about that. I got a little ahead of myself, didn't I? My bad. It's actually a lighter, from what we've been hauling, it's actually lighter than the previous two. It's not going to matter much going over that Black Dragon Mountain, whatever it's called. Not going to matter too much. We're going to go back the same way we come in. And I know if there's anybody in here that's up on the scales like Jay, I know I can go through Page, Arizona, but I don't want to go that way. I'm not interested in going that way, so I'm going back the way I come. I know it'd be a different route for you guys to see. It is a pretty route and all, but it's a lot of 2-lane roads that I don't really want to do once the sun goes down. Maybe next time, Yeah. Right on. Wow, man, I was freaking hungry. Dang. Sheesh. So we'll have to deal with, you know, about the same amount of buffer tonight that we did last night. But going the other way would probably be just as much buffer, if not more. I don't know. But I don't want to go that way. Ricky Long, how you doing? Always says hello. Welcome to the Ride Along Gang. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let me put these microphones in right quick. Just a friendly reminder, ladies and gentlemen, if you've not got that thumbs up button, yes, smash it, punch it, kick it, lick it. How you do it? Stop smurfing on it. Radio check, radio check. Breaker, 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 radio check. And if you have not subscribed yet, well, I don't know what the freak you're waiting for. 5 by 5, right on, right on. All right, hang on just a second. Cedar Rapids, Iowa, and here I am in Ceder City, Utah. Man, is my windshield wipers not working? Thumbs up. Yeah, that little mashed potato, well, they call it chicken pot pie-o, but it's mashed potatoes and chicken, and it's actually pretty dang good. All aboard! Let's roll, hobos. Look at that, we got 81 people in here right now. We should hit that 100 mark pretty quick, should, but don't mean we will. Unless you do your part. You do your part, I'll do my part. How about it? Now, you know, somebody asked me once before, if I give my own videos thumbs up. And I was like, well, heck yeah. It's my video, of course I like it. But since the commercials stopped going up, I don't hit the thumbs up button anymore. Because that's where I always done it at, was whenever I was fixing the commercials and stuff. That's when I hit it. I was already there, so figured may as well do it. TFO mess with it. Oh God, y'all don't lick it. Big Boss farted on it. Big Boss Man. What was his name? Ray, I don't remember his last name. Nice looking little camper up there in front of us. And what's even nicer is it doesn't have a back door, which probably means that's where the bed's at. I don't know if it had a side door or not. I don't have one on this side. So yeah, my GPS was actually trying to get me to go down, go across 14 here, hit 89 and down through Page, Arizona and whatnot. Yeah, I think that's a side door. It don't look like it's too comfortable to get up into though. But I got to looking, and well, you know, it's a lot of 2 lanes, which I love doing 2 lanes, but not so much in weather like this. And then after dark, I really don't care anything about doing 2 lanes after dark. I'd rather do the 4 lanes. Now, one GPS was taking me one way, one GPS was taking me another way. And then I looked at the way we come, and it was actually shorter. It's actually shorter to go that way than it was to cut them 2-lane highways down into Page. Is it Arizona? Page, Arizona? Or I think so. But that way was actually farther, so I was just like, dang, we got to deal with the rain. Let me driving during the night. May as well go the 2 miles of shorter route. Not 2, it was like 4 miles. 4 or 5, something like that. RJ, how you doing? James Ewing, how you doing? But now I know, and I do understand that the buffalo was fierce here yesterday, coming this route in, from Green River all the way to Salina, and beyond actually. But now we're not taking that particular route. You know, what was it, Highway 50 through Salina? It's one of the Hop 70. So maybe we'll be good on the buffer until we get through Green Us. Dang it! Till we get to the mountain. I wished it was a free truck wash. Really, the bad thing about this right here is when they've prepared the roads, like with the salt and the whatever it is they put on there, the liquid stuff, I forget what they call it. It makes a nasty, nasty, nasty mess out of the truck. My doors on my trailer right now, when I was walking back from the store with my away ticket, actually, it almost had a wooden door look. That's how dirty they are. It definitely didn't look like the silver doors. Where I'll be stopping at tonight. I don't know how far I'll make it. We are into the 14-hour clock, which means anytime I stop from here on out, it don't stop, it keeps going. Nowhere Man, how you doing? Yeah, Brian, that's it. Thank you. Brian, I just couldn't think of the name or what it was that they called it. But yeah, especially when they put that stuff out. But even when they put the salt and is it sand, I guess? When they put that out, when people passes you like this right here, it just throws that stuff all over your truck, vehicle. I'll probably either before this load or after this load, if it's been a month, I don't know. Gary can let us know here in just a little bit. If it's been a month since our last wash, which it should have been because I think I've done it coming out from home time. But we'll get, oh dude, son of a gun. Man, did y'all see that? Man, I wish we was on the other side of the interstate right now. Okay. Yeah, if you go back, well, do this for me, Gary, if you're in here. Oh yeah, you're in here. That steel beam that just passed by us, if you don't care, go back and clip that. I'll explain it in a short. How about it? I'll explain it in a short. I don't know, probably won't be able to see it that well, but we'll see. Boom! You guys and gals, ladies and gentlemen, are freaking awesome. so much for the first 100 months of Guard Dog Haber. We do appreciate it. Snatch some salsa from the salted crew, butter up that popcorn, enjoy the rest of the ride. Now we do love the Misfits around here. How much do we love the Misfits? A freaking bunches. That's the first time I've ever noticed one of those out on the highway. I've seen them in pictures, and I've probably seen them out on the highway, just didn't really pay attention to it enough to realize what it was. That's the first time that I was still excited. But that's the first time I've ever actually seen one that I can remember out on the highway. Do I like truck driving? I do. I get tired of it, but I like it. Nanny, how you doing? So right now we're on 15 northbound, leaving out of Cedar. We just crossed over into Summit, Utah. Got 62 miles to Interstate 70 eastbound. Got an altitude of 5,925 feet. Current temperature 41 degrees at 3:55 in the PM. Now I did say it would probably be close to 3 o'clock by the time we was done, right there at the end. After my brain got to it, got thinking about it, I called it pretty accurate. They put me on the door, they let me sit there till 2:30-ish. 2:45. No, about 2:30, I think, before they started even loading me. Man, it's unfortunate that thing was on the other side of the highway. I wish it had been on this side. That would have been freaking sweet. Back to the Devil's Highway, yes indeed. One year we traveled that Devil's Highway a bunch. I mean, we have a few times this year, but can some drivers be rude at truck stops? Yes, they can. Truck drivers are just like any other human being on this earth. You got good ones and you got bad ones. You got rude ones and you got nice and polite ones. You got some that wants to talk to you from the time y'all lock eyes till the time you force them away from you. Truck drivers are just like anybody else out here. All different kinds of personalities. You got storyteller truck drivers out here, and you've got quiet truck drivers out here. You got the insanely rude truck drivers out here. You got terribly impatient truck drivers out here. And then on the reverse hands, you've got the polar opposites out here just as well. Well, I'm just running 70 to Green River. It's as far as I'm running 70. I'm not running it all the way. And last night, the portion of 70 that we run last night was good. Lorna, hopefully you're feeling better. Thank you for coming in on the post comments and letting me know. I did miss where you was in there, where you had come in last night comment. I didn't miss that, so thank you for coming in on the post comments and letting me know. Might be a dumb question, but is my truck auto or manual? Every truck that my company owns, except for the 2 bosses, maybe 3, but 2 for sure. I know the 2 bosses that drives the Peterbilts. There's the only 2 manual transmissions. Everybody else's is autos. Feeling worse, but should be getting better soon. Prayers for you, Lord. I hopefully get to feeling better soon. No solicitation on your door. Yeah, well, you know, back in the day that used to be something. I mean, it used to be, and I'm not saying it's not now, but you don't see it, and it's not like it used to be back in the day. I mean, I guess if you go to certain truck stops, may still be pretty bad, but yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Even with the sign up, they're still gonna knock. They don't pay no attention to that sign, not a bit. I've only been to a few truck stops throughout my career where that would have been, you know, I mean, if you considered it a problem. If you didn't, then, but if you considered it a problem, where would have been. Ontario, California was the worst one that I've ever been to. There's a couple of more throughout America, but Ontario's it was like bunches and bunches, you know, maybe 20 out there knocking on doors, maybe more. Any other truck stop I've ever been to, maybe 2 or 3, 4 tops. Usually not anything over that. Another load of Utah popcorn. How about it? Do you need some company? After a hailstorm, everybody's a roofer. Stay away from the white bolos in the background, right? Did I just get out of the snow? Not today, no. A few days ago, we was in the snow coming from the Washington to the Colorado, and then Colorado to Las Lunas. Those 2 trips, we was in the snow quite a bit, which was the previous 2 trips. Salt Lake, salted caramel corn. 120 thumbs up. Just a friendly reminder, ladies and gentlemen, if you've not got that thumbs up button yet, smash it, mash it, punch it, kick it, lick it. I do not care how you do it. Stop smurfing on it. Road salted popcorn, yeah. Road salted popcorn. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna hit 70 East. I'm only gonna run 70 East though to what's that, Thompson? Drop down and go through Moab. I don't know if this dude in front of us is texting, sleeping, looking down at his floorboard. I ain't real sure. Don't you do it, man. Texting away. Dang it, man. I should have turned stick man. They had their phone center. At least they wasn't holding it down, next to their leg or anything, but there wasn't no mistake in that one. I should have turned stickman on whenever I was like, I don't know if they're texting or sleeping. I should have known to go ahead and turn stickman, because stickman would have got a perfect view of it. And I'm not really too into letting them pass me again if I can help it. I tell you, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. Everybody, I guess everybody runs that mindset that does it. I'm good. I can handle it. I've got my eyes on the road. And I'm not trying to point fingers or anything. I'm not trying to say anything bad about anybody. But law enforcement is worse about it than anybody. If law enforcement don't have their cell phones in their hands, then they're sitting there tapping on that dashboard, whatever. It's rare to see a cop not driving, doing one or the other. It's just rare. They holler, well, it's my job. Well, that's really no excuse, not in my opinion. I mean, your job is to keep people from doing that, so why are you doing it? Don't do what you're out there to prevent people from doing. mean, I wouldn't send videos to DOT. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't call in on them. I don't do that neither. It's just. Yeah, they look at it as that. I mean, if you look at the comment section, there's been a lot of people be like, well, with the Swift, the very last video that I did, there was 1 or 2 comments went up. They're texting and driving, and you're doing videos. So what's your point? I mean, I replied back to it saying it's a dash cam. You know, I'm not holding the phone up recording them. If I had been, you would have seen them actually texting because I would have turned the camera. It's a dash cam. I said, you know, the dash cam records from the time I start driving till the time I stop driving. No distraction whatsoever there. Yeah, I don't text and drive. I'm not saying I never have, because I used to do it. I've done it. You know, I used to do it in the truck. I used to do it in the car. And I about plowed through a van one day. He come around me while I was sitting there texting. He come around me. It was, you know, it's one of them dive bombing situations. The only difference is it wasn't an interstate. We was on just a 4-lane main highway, U.S. highway or something. So his turnoff was just ahead of us, and it wasn't an off ramp or, you know, an exit ramp. It was just a turn off the road right there. So he comes flying up around me, and next thing I know, he's nearly coming to a stop in the middle of the road to make his right hand turn, and I come pretty close to just, I mean, plowing right through him. So that right there broke me, and that's been years back. Is there distracted driving laws? They sure are. As far as distracted driving, you know, some companies consider CBs distracted driving and does not allow their drivers to use them. They consider that distracted driving. MT Bobo, how you doing? How you been today and yesterday? And I think maybe the day before that. I don't remember seeing you for the last couple of days. 2 or 3. And I tell you what, I'm getting my phone battery. The trip down here, it trickled off just the way it was supposed to. This time, it's trickling off. Well, it's pouring off double. It's at 90% right now. And it should be at about 95. Which I know you guys probably like, what's 5 minutes or what's 5%? A whole half hour. to about a 45-second buffer. We'll be right back. See all that he's throwing up right there? Nasty mess. Meow. 105 miles an hour, 708, 109. Lord have mercy, man. If there's cute girls alongside the highway, I do not even think about stopping and picking them up. You ever watched the movie Devil's Rejects? Where they stopped and picked that cute girl up on the side of the highway? No. No, thank you. No, thank you. Yeah, 105. He went up to 100, I think 109 or 108 or 109, but when he come around, he was doing 105. Some people just don't care, man. Rain, sleet, or shine, man. This just scoot it. Let's go. Let's go. Well, and when we get down close to Gallup tomorrow, James, it'll kick right back in. It's certain areas, it just flickers my internet. That's why I don't think that it's an actual issue as far as my phone goes, because it'll do it in certain areas, and that's it. Certain places, certain areas, certain times. It only does it. It's only, well, Gallup, New Mexico, it'll do it every single time I go to Gallup. And it just sits and flickers. Sometimes it'll do it as soon as I start to stream up for the first 30 minutes, like it did when we come through Sturgis last week. Sometimes it'll do it like that. So, I mean, that just leads me to believe that there's not really anything wrong with the phone other than they're building phones more and more for it's 4G, the main connection. 4G, 5G. Depends on where you're at. Got man, how you doing? I think there's some places that still even have 3G. Mario, how you doing today? Rob Zombie movies are crazy. I like them. I mean, I like his Devil's Rejects franchise or series or whatever you want to call it. The Halloween one, it was pretty good, but I think he should have used somebody besides Sherry for that particular role. I just think he should have put her somewhere else or used somebody else. Maybe. She done real good in Devil's Rejects. House of a Thousand Corpses. She done okay in Halloween. I just didn't like her as much in that one. know, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool to know that you got your videos up and people are watching them from 2 and 3 months ago. Been having one particular person comment on previous live streams that I've done. It's pretty neat to see that people do watch them. You know, maybe not a lot of people, but it's neat to see people interact or know that they're watching and interact with the older streams. Dennis, how you doing? Good luck, VHS Psychos. What? Is that what that said? VHS Psychos. I'm really surprised that there's even still such a thing as landlines. I'm really surprised. Like when I rate the food that I get, yeah. I need to do it more often, but a lot of times my taste buds they're not where they should be. Oh Lord, that's that same truck. I didn't notice if they was texting still. No boom today? Somebody give MT Bobo a tardy slip. Tardy. Somebody's late for class. But yeah, we're going to have a lot of the same buffering issues. Or we'll probably have all these same buffering issues today that we had yesterday. Thank you. MT Bobo, there's your slip. I don't know where on 70 that it may or may not kick in until we hit the mountain coming on the east side of Salina. We're coming through Salina. Go Dixie! Good Lord. a heck of a buffalo, man. Utah right now. Interstate 15 northbound. We got like 21 miles to Interstate 70 eastbound, which will be taken. Unfortunately, we're running the same route back that we run up here. So we'll be dealing with about the same amount of buffaloes, unfortunately. But we're sitting at an altitude of 5,950 feet. Current temperature of 41 degrees at 4:30 in the PM. Now we was in some light rain back there, semi-light. It's pretty well slacked off now. Yeah, let's grab up Freight Relocators live stream and do a drive-by. have mods in here, they're regulators. A lot of times the regulators don't like the fact of people coming in and asking to do drive-bys. I think is the problem with that. I think the regulators just really don't like it when people comes in and says, hey, can we go do a drive-by on such and such? I think they would rather do the drive-bys whenever I just ask for it. That's what I'm thinking. I could be wrong, but that's what I'm thinking. Keeps playing leapfrog. Every time I hit an incline, though, I slow way down. He don't slow down much. Not on the inclines, he don't. And then see, we got a climbing lane coming up, so Good afternoon, everybody. Actually, I guess it's good evening, ain't it? We already had our afternoon show. Headed to Texas. No doubt about that. I think he might have lost one of his tires. What do y'all think? Everybody that I passed, man, we hit just a little bit of an incline, and here they all come back around me, every one of them. Yeah, I wonder if that was his. I imagine it probably was. To Interstate to 70. According to the GPS, we are in Milford, Utah right now, with an altitude of 6,500 feet and descending. We got a current temperature of 40 degrees out here, just enough rain to wet the truck down. Got 6 miles to Interstate 70 eastbound. Steve, how you doing? Boom! You guys and gals, ladies and gentlemen, are freaking awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much for 200 thumbs up. Right here, Guard Dog Gang. Really do appreciate it. Snatch some salsa from the salty crew, butter up that popcorn. Enjoy the rest of the ride. Now, we do love the Misfits around here. How much do we love the Misfits? A freaking bunch is. That's pretty good. According to my counter, 59 minutes, but anytime we buffer my counter stops, so that would actually be true time, I guess, maybe, I don't know. Interstate 15 northbound for 3.5 more miles, and then we'll be on Interstate 70 eastbound. Only going to run the 70 to was it Thompson, Utah, and drop down and run through Moab, same way we come up yesterday. So all the buffer that we dealt with yesterday we'll have to deal with again today. We're pretty much just reverse tracking is all. It's going to be a little bit of a difference. We didn't run all the way to the end of 70 yesterday. We run to Salina and cut up on US 50. That's about the only difference in the route. Dennis might have got lost on us, I don't know. Yeah, we'll hit that road work again too. It wasn't really that much. We had to sit and wait a few minutes on it. Utah, I think, is where we're at now. Just hopped on to Interstate 70 westbound just now. We are trekking through them mountains. Vegetable soup for dinner. It's beautiful on there. I say westbound? My bad. Of course it's eastbound. We can't go 70 west. 70 just started. My bad. 70 eastbound, ladies and gentlemen. 70 eastbound. Not west. 70's just now starting, so we're not going west. Fish Lake National Forest is what we're entering right now here in Utah on 70 eastbound with an altitude of 6,190 feet. Current temperature 42 degrees at 4:51 in the PM. 10 from that, Natty, 10 from that. Be careful out there. Yeah, it is a little bit hard. A little bit rough to do 70 westbound at that particular point. Sure is, man. Sure is. Not recommended. Not recommended a bit. Maybe he was flying. We're just doing 32, so. We'll be in the mountains for quite some time. It'll take us a while to get out of the mountains on this particular route. All the way to New Mexico, I guess. Maybe a little bit past. It does, don't it? £72,460. Not as heavy as the last few loads has been, but I mean it's still over the 70,000 pound mark. I don't travel this particular portion of 70 very often. Normally I always, when I'm coming this way, turn back at Salina and go up. So I don't know exactly where it'll kick in here. As long as it's not kicking though, that's awesome. Because man, what a view we got. Welcome back, Dennis. Welcome back. Check this one out as we come around the corner. Yeah, you have to drop the gears with these weights. We're already down to 8th. Part 44, how you doing? Smoky Mountains? Nah, that's some of the smallest mountains in America. Smoky Mountains. They might have some steep inclines, but we're not in the Smokies. Smokies is on the eastern side of the country. Doing pretty good tonight, Dennis. How about you? Marty, how you doing? Rocky Mountain, that's where we're at. All right, we are in Ceder, Utah, which the Smoky Mountains. There is a Ceder County in Tennessee, Ceder County, Tennessee. The Smoky Mountains, interesting. Anyway, we're at an altitude of 7,210 feet. Current temperature 41 degrees at 4:59 in the p.m. We are traveling on Interstate 70 eastbound. Appalachians are steeper than the Rockies. Are steeper, but the Rockies are higher. 10 on that. I know they're pretty steep over there on the eastern side. They're just short and straight up. And it's up and over kind of things when it comes to the mountains on the West Coast. Up and over, not how these are up right across them and then back down. Sounded tired last night. I was mentally tired last just tired. I'm mentally tired. Too much. We've not had to deal with too much traffic in the last couple of weeks, really. That is one thing about running that eastern side of the states versus running the western side versus the eastern side. The eastern side is just a whole lot more packed. It seems like. Leo, how you doing? 227. Thank you. Do appreciate it. Did I spell it wrong? Man. I did, didn't I? Dang it. I'll fix it later. It'll be alright. was wondering. I thought somebody put something up about that, or put it up there earlier, and I was like, wait a minute, that don't look right. Stupid autos. Stupid auto correct. Auto uncorrect. Jody, how you doing? Auto uncorrect. There you go. Breaker one now for radio check. Radio check. Radio check. How do I know when to use my hazards? Turn them off and on. Generally, like if right now the speed limit's 75, so if I get down to 50 or lower, then I'll turn them on. You know, if the speed limit's 80, then I might turn them on at 55. Once I get to the top of the hill and I know that I'm going to be picking the speed back up, I'll go ahead and turn them back up. Thank you, thank you, thank you. There's some states, I think Virginia, I think it is, or Pennsylvania, I'm not sure. It's one of them on the eastern side over there. They've got signs out on the interstate. If you're driving below 70 miles an hour, use your hazard lights. Now, I don't use them at 65, 55, 65, 69 miles an hour. I don't use them, but Jack, how you doing? Generally 20 miles an hour below the speed limits when I will turn mine on. 20 to 30. Sometimes I get a little slower than that. And then see, even coming off this side, if I'm traveling just like 40 or 45, I would leave them on. I accidentally let the truck get too fast. But in manuals, in an automatic truck, it's not as bad. You know, you can get it to slow down pretty easy. But if you're in a manual truck, manual transmission, and you're going too fast, yeah, burn them brakes up quick and easy. PA is 40 or below. It might be Virginia then. There's one particular area where they've got signs out on the interstate that says if traveling below 70 miles an hour, use your flashers, and the speed limit's 70. Nana's World, how you doing? Don't push traffic out of the way. That's the end of where I'm at. I start saying, is that the runaway ramp? But no, it's not. Well, they're easier to slow if you get going too fast. Like how when I topped the hill there, I didn't let off the throttle. I kept going, so I shot back up to like 65. You can pump your brakes a few times real good, and what'll happen is your truck will automatically start downshifting and it slows you up. A manual, if you're on the downslide of a hill, unless you're extremely good at shifting gears, that's something you do not want to do, is change that gear once you're on the downhill slide. Because if you miss the gear, it's extremely hard to recover. And if you can't recover it, then you're going to be using one of those the off-ramp. Dang it, what do they call them? The runaway ramps. You miss a gear, you're going to be using one of those whether you want to or not. Now, the thing about the manuals, though, is in most circumstances, you know, you got your foot on the floor coming over the hill like that. In most circumstances, you're not going to gear all the way up. But, I mean, it happens where you get just enough leveltivity that before you realize that you're geared all the way up, and now you're on the downhill side. Yeah, you miss a gear and you're done with. I mean, sometimes it can be recovered, but under most circumstances, you miss a gear going off a mountain, you're done. Yep. Because the thing is, so your jake brake don't work if you're in the runaway ramps, runoffs, runaways. Yeah, the autos, they can downshift, they can upshift, they can downshift going down the hills. The manuals, though, it's not recommended to do. It's just not recommended. And like I say, I mean, there's some drivers out here that's real good at shifting the gears, and they can grab them gears. It's not the downshifting's not that. It's not as bad downshifting. Still, it's not recommended, but not downshifting, upshifting. It's not as bad to upshift as it is to try to downshift. Sorry about that. I said that completely wrong, or backwards. Because even with upshifting, you can still miss that gear. It is nice through here. Just a friendly reminder, ladies and gentlemen, if you have not got that thumbs up button yet, smash it, punch it, kick it, lick it. We do not care how you do it. Stop, Smurf. We're in Utah. We are on Interstate 70 eastbound. With an altitude of 5,640 feet and a current temperature of 45 degrees at 5:14 in the p.m. We are at yardstick 22. Yeah, 70 eastbound, Interstate 70. we're gonna run it for 136 miles, and then we're gonna hop off a little bit further than 136. My bad. Never mind, my bad. Don't listen to that. We are hopping off in Thompson though, cutting back down through Moab, going back the same way we come up. When I drive a manual, I generally I float the gears. I don't use the clutch a whole lot, but there's been some trucks that I've had where floating the gears wasn't easy. It wasn't easy to catch the gears, and I would have to clutch it. Eastbound, 70 eastbound, east, eastbound. Yeah, no doubt. No doubt about that. And now I could have went, this way, or I could have went up. What was it, 89, US 89, down into Arizona. But this way is actually a few miles shorter, and it's 4 lanes. And I know I like to drive the 2 lanes, but I don't care so much about driving the 2 lanes in the dark or in the rain. Why don't I do Denver? If I go all the way to Denver and down, then I have to. That's going to add a lot of miles to it, I think. But then I also have to go over the Passing Bell, Grand Junction, and all that. And I really don't like 70 in between the Glenwood Springs and Denver. Might be Mel in Denver. I don't know. I don't really like that area that much, going through those mountains. But I believe that would add quite a few miles to it, going all the way to Denver. Yeah, and then that one, adding Ratton Pass to it. I'm talking back there at the Eisenhower Tunnels, what I'm talking about. $249 thumbs up. Just friendly reminder, if you've not got that thumbs up button yet, smash it, punch it, kick it, lick it. We do not care how you do it. Stop smurfing on it. Yeah, it is a nice view, but man, that 70's just, I don't know, it didn't seem as bad the last time we come through. I don't know, it's just kind of junk. Just through that stretch. 70 to 89? No. Doing 7, whatever runs through Moab, whatever the highway that is. Oh, we got a bear sitting in wait. Yeah, Yeah, Vail don't have any truck stops. They've got the one little rest area truck stop just outside of, I think it's before or after Vail. I can't remember which side it's on. The east, I think it's on the west side of Vail. And it's just okay, but you gotta walk all the way back to the store. 191, that's right. Thank you, Aaron, thank you. My brain went into lockdown mechanism, or lockdown mode. No, what I was saying about 89 was I could have went that way, but it's actually farther and it's a lot more narrow and whatnot. Speed limits is a lot slower, I imagine. Yeah, 70 to 191. And then I'll either run 191 to 550 or I'll run 191 all the way down to 40. One or the other, and that's definite. Uh, 89 goes through, if I've got the number right, it goes through Page, Arizona. It's a U.S. highway. Yeah. Which, there's lots of buffalo this way, but I just wasn't interested in going that way. '89 is Page. That's what I was thinking. I called it Page, South Carolina earlier. We ain't nowhere near South Carolina. Which is a nice, pretty ride going that way, when it's not buffaloing. Yeah, that's another thing. See, when I seen that it come out down there at Flagstaff going that direction, I was like, man, I don't want to go through Flagstaff right now. I don't know what it looks like or what it don't look like. Well, we didn't start out on 70, Trevor. We started out on 15. You're late. Yes. Amber, tardy slip, please. We just got on 70 about 35 minutes ago ish, maybe 40. We've been running for an hour and a half now. Thank you. There's your tardy slip, man. Yeah, we are. We're running concurrent with 89 right now. We're north of it. Or right there in Monticello, where you turn, make the left-hand turn in Monticello, you can keep going straight right there and go through Mexican Hat and whatnot. But I don't think it stays as 191. 191, I think it, or 89 might run into 191. I don't think it even does. I think 89, don't it run down into Flagstaff? Or does it switch numbers before that? Oh heck, we're on 89. 89 north, 70. I hate when the interstates do that. Jeez, man. Yeah, 89 runs down into Flagstaff. Yeah, that's cutting and going straight across. And I thought about going that route, but I knew it was going to be dark, nice and dark by the time I got down there, or before I got off of that road. And I just wasn't really wanting to do the 2 lanes after dark. Yeah, that Flying J right there that we just passed, I was looking for it one day that one time when we was going through Montana. No wonder I never did find it. It's in freaking Ridgefield, Utah. Not Montana. According to the GPS, that's where we're at right now, by the way. Ridgefield, Utah. Interstate 70 East. At an altitude of 5,455 feet with a current temperature of 47 degrees at 5:30 in the p.m. We got 122 miles to Green River, 17 miles to Salina. Now after we got through Salina, until we get to Green River, our internet's going to be zapped pretty much. Yeah, you gotta be careful, especially on the road numbers when I'm just popping them out of my head. I'll tell you one road and it's actually a different road. I'll tell you one road goes through one way and it actually goes through an entire different part of the United States. So you can't rely on me when it comes to road numbers. You just can't. 6:30 your time. Yeah, I think they are about $40 now. 40 to 60, depending on what kinds you're getting. The big Rand McNally spirals. They're somewhere between 40 and 60. Yeah, we got about maybe 17 more miles, maybe 20 more miles of decent service. and then about 100 miles of crap. All roads lead to Walmart. It's just a matter of which one you choose to get onto. Ding. 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 Joseph, how you doing? Is that water or a solar farm? Looks like water to me. But I don't think it is. Yeah, 100 miles of crap service. I think it's a Dango solar farm. It is a solar farm. It is a solar farm. And it's actually going to be a little bit more than 100 miles, but 100 miles almost solid of nastiness. It looks like water. The way that some of them was turned, it even looked like little water ripples going across, but it's a mirage. And I'm sure on the camera it probably really does look like water. Let's freaking go, y'all. That cattle cutties? Well, as far as exits goes, there's really nothing once we pass Salina until we get to Green River. There's really nothing. And that's a big old freaking junkyard. I want to do something. I want to do a junkyard like walk around, something like kind of like that one, or some old cars. I need to see if I can find one like around the house while I'm off. There's been a couple that we've passed out here on the roads. I don't remember exactly where they're at, but old cars. Just didn't have time to stop or nowhere to park or. Mark Heck, how you doing? Pretty sure I've seen your name in here before, but just in case I hadn't, welcome to the Ride Along Gang. Do it, yeah, before the snakes start crawling, no doubt. That's what always worried me on doing the abandoned videos was getting into a pile of snakes. Which I've never seen too many snakes out in the wild, poisonous snakes. I have. I'm not saying I've never. What I'm saying is I've never seen too many throughout you know, my life of out walking around and stuff, I've not seen that many that I've ever noticed. There's one particular one in Virginia that I remember, and then there was one right there at the river, the Olympic, where the Olympic Center's at my house. So we used to go there way back before the Olympics, and coming back, he was sitting there on the rock. Then that one in Virginia, I'm not sure if it was a diamondback or not. It was a rattler, but I'm not 100% sure on what kind it was. Both of them pretty good size too. I mean, they was good size and girth, not necessarily long. You know, maybe 3 foot average, but they was thick. Yeah, I don't really care anything about seeing snakes out in the wild like that, especially rattlesnakes. But I mean, any kind of poisonous snake isn't good. Could have been, but you got the eastern diamondback. You got diamondbacks. They was both rattlesnakes though, both of them. But now, like the cottonmouth water moccasins, I've seen a few of them out in my time. Probably seen a few more of them than anything. As far as poisonous snakes go. Yeah. Well, dang it, man. What's down here in the floor? Let me get my feet up. Alright, according to the GPS, we are now in Aurora, Utah. Altitude 5,260 feet. Temperature 45 degrees at 5:41 in the PM. We are traveling 70 eastbound right now. Appreciate stopping in, hanging out, or we'll catch you next time around. So we got a few more miles, a few good more miles, and then we'll see you on the other side. Yeah, it'll be dark by the time we get through the buffer, unfortunately. What the heck? Was that a bird? It almost looked like a pterodactyl. one night we stopped at this Love's here on exit 56, and there was like 4 or 5 cattle out there in their yard, just grazing around, man, just hanging around. That's all. I mean, they was eating, but I don't know where they come from. I don't know if it was somebody hauling them and they just let them out to graze, or if they come from one of these fields around here. I have no idea, but I just saw a Thunderbird, or saw the Thunderbird. Yeah, now Australia. How many snakes have you seen out in the wild in your lifetime, Rob? Being that you're from Australia. Free range cattle, yeah. They've got them around. Dang, they've got a big old RV park over there now. They didn't used to be there. More and more of the Loves is putting up those RV parks. It's becoming quite the thing to see the RV parks beside the Loves now. Which, I mean, I know they're Loves owns them, but on the road again. We're getting ready to run into the buffalo herd, though, here in just a few minutes. Time next month will be on daylight savings time. Heck yeah. Yeah, they are catering to the campers, to the van lives and stuff like that. Well, I mean, you know, apparently there's money in it for them. Apparently, because if they wasn't, they wouldn't be popping them up like that, and building them and popping them up, because they've got them in at a lot of the places where they didn't used to have them at. Well, they charge too much for a bowl of cereal too, but that's what happens when you pay for convenience. Noticed that waterfall right there. got 92 miles till we hop off of this Interstate 70 onto 191 South. Get some better internet. How about it? What we got? Do we got 300? Better let me know now before we lose service. Let's do this. Boom! You guys and gals, ladies and gentlemen are freaking awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much for over 300 thumbs up right here at the Ride Along Gang. Really do appreciate it. Snatch some salt from the Saltec crew, butter up that popcorn, and enjoy the rest of the ride. Now, we do love the Misfits around here. How much do we love the Misfits? Freaking bunches. Y'all are awesome. Now, according to the GPS, we are in Ferron, Utah. Interstate 70 eastbound. Got a current temperature of 45 degrees outside. At 6:30 in the p.m. Now we have 790-ish miles left to go. 83 of them left on this Interstate 70. We'll be hopping on US 191 south in 83 miles. Did I say that the first time? Huh. I thought I said 70, but anyway. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Breaker 19 for a radio check, radio check, radio check. Susan, how you doing? $60 miles to Greener. See, 404 miles to Denver. I don't remember who that was asking me earlier about going to Denver and down. But, yeah, it's still 400 miles to Denver, so that would add a lot of miles to it, I would think. Breaker, breaker, breaker. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much. That hum noise right there, that's the fan that keeps the phone cool. See, my phone, it gets extremely hot running these live streams. If I don't keep a fan on it, it will overheat within 30 minutes and shut down. Hugh, how you doing? buffer for a bit. I don't know how long it's going to last on the eastbound side. May last for a few minutes. May last for a few more minutes than that. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, and mine does too. Just watching like lives and stuff, mine will get hot, but with me using the camera, it kicks it in a lot more. Headed to Texas. Amarillo, to be more exact. We won't be doing no rail fanning this go around though, I don't think, because it's going to probably take every bit of our time to get there.